Hey, what's up, guys? MMA podcast episode, and we'll start UFC 240. This episode of. Let's just jump right into it. UFC 46 weekend. Everyone was looking at an event that the casuals even it was versus Cowboys, veteran of the UFC. It's almost all. I think he has the record for most wins. Record for just a crazy expected fighter, and ready to make his return. Cowboy Cerrone at one prize because both of them are evers. Cowboy at 155. Fight was the title fight. There's a lot of speculation, but it's become pretty. One of the things that Tony is not going to go down. Bypassing cutting weight, he's able to be ready, not go down, and he can the lightweight title get that rematch. But let's talk about it. It was every day as the fight started. I was watching my friend and his wife. And Connor McGregor is going to win, and I saw go kind of wild, and he's going to continue on in the round and is going to shake. Now that I was wrong about with these thrust or push, called them Cowboy Cerrone, which is kind of weird in MMA. A lot of times you see them when fight, and so usually like they don't do a Cowboy Cerrone, but after they came out of the clinch, McGregor landed a head kick. After that, Cowboy Cerrone and Connor went to work with his left hand clean from that point forward. Really much, and Connor McGregor just really showed all the casual and something different about McGregor. What the corners say, you take him. Obviously, the corner gonna know that their fighter is and are looking in the best shape that. Connor McGregor's corner, he was the best they've ever. First came out with their coach. He came out with a report, Connor, and in the embedded series, and who is a winner to Dylan Danis, for those of you guys that don't, he decorated black belt championships and had a pretty belt as well. He's a constant trainer, and he Connor's headspace in this fight is so much happy, go a lot better, and you can tell Connor was a different person. He came out and did what I was Cerrone for a second, man. He fighted great fighters, but just kind of like Dana said in the conferences or post-fight, I sit back and kind of analyze like what's going wrong in his career. I'm not saying that his career is going down. Fights, someone able to compete as well with anymore. Him in 40 seconds, there's just some Cowboy Cerrone fight. It's almost as always a little more clean than him. Notice in his game, he's way too open. Struggled with good boxing. Man, you could do that at this high, at the top of every division. Strikers, and happens to be up there with the best. And I think Cowboy Cerrone, man, those gatekeepers, the 10th spot in the ranking, the guy that the newcomers have move up in the rank. Such an illustrious career, break and kind of things go back. He says I think it's important go back and why is he losing these instead of saying that. I mean, every fight just in case he's won. Conor McGregor's a knockout against Cerrone, but kind of sit back and better. Conor McGregor, the next big horror, and you can't. I know, I know you really want. Dana seems like he wanted the Masvidal fight. Timing, man, timing. Wanted to stay active this year. Khabib is, and then he's out. So why not George Masvidal and give Masvidal put the BMF time. And then after that option to fight could be there. It's still a huge fight. Indeed, there's not a losing situation. You can fight Masvidal, and if you win, challenge for the 170 belt because you beat the number 2 or 3 in the division right now. So you're in line for a title. And if you lose, it doesn't really matter. Still go down and challenge for a belt. Everyone and their mom wants to, including me. But I think from McGregor and give the people fight needs to happen next March or early April. Then give that rematch, and which I didn't really think stood a chance in there with Masvidal, even though he used to be a 155. And but I'm like, man, that could be a war. Strong. They're both great. They both have a good left. Darren Till with that left hand. That left hand is the most dangerous weapon. So, and Connor, you guys fight. I don't see is as big, as I don't. He has, especially after what. And people love him. Sitting back and looking is always cool. Just got whooped, made You look in there behind a keyboard, and man, you have that moral authority. You just got whooped. Close. Everyone's coming out in the in the fourth and fifth. No, looking okay in the third round. Still came back, and I had the first two rounds. That fight was not. I do not want to see the rematch. I don't 3. I know we'll make a ton of money. Right now, the fight to make is Connor. Moving on that weekend, Dana Weed fight. I agree. I think it'll be a big fight. Works out, and Connor would be willing to stay Beef fight. That's everything that Connor McGregor has told everyone, and And so let's get him in there with Masvidal. Recap of the fights. Holly Holm. That fight was Holly Holm. She controlled the fight. Yeah, it was clear. Just wasn't the most, which is okay. I mean, they understand. And Holly Holm had a game plan, and she came out with. That's all you can really ask. Alexi Oleinik, Green. Maurice Green is 6'7". He was against Alexi, but Alexi, man, he's dangerous ground, and Maurice, in that aspect of his game, escaped the first round barely, and he was going to be able to escape. When you have someone that's on, and can't risk being put there with him. He is too good on the ground. You're disadvantaged in that. I just felt like Maurice Green could have done keeping him at a distance, and it is. Oleinik is MMA dudes and still fighting submission wins, and so man. I mean, I really like more sharpen his tool. I don't want to have a long camp before his next fight because again, I don't know how much long in the UFC and I think he needs to come in. I mean, he was looking solid, but defend that takedown like Oleinik. Brian Kelleher, that fight was making his UFC on the main card of, I don't know if anyone else, a Connor McGregor card. Fast, looked really good. Not fast, but got caught in a guillotine and couldn't. Honestly, in MMA, how good you look, as long as you know how good you look, if you get, at the end of the day, these guys are at the top level times because you could be winning and bam, your opponent takes you right out of it. Was winning that fight out. That was he would have won. He's probably up 4, maybe 5-0 on some judges. He had it in the bag. You always never know what's going on. But shout out to Brian. Great. Shout out to him for Jorge Masvidal at the beginning. He started off with his hands behind H, and so a little tribute. Fight that made me super sad against Ed. I was going when I afraid of winning, but Anthony Pettis pulled it off. 9 in the UFC. Don't get me wrong, he's faced in the UFC. His resume is crazy. From Poirier to the guy has faced the best that he has to offer, but Anthony Pettis, I was pulling for win that fight, but I don't know, man. Poirier is looking really. I was glad that he tried to strike with, especially with his leg kicks, especially. But man, let's get it together. I want you competing at the high, and we need to get there. Macy Barber came in, beat John Jones' record, the youngest champion in Jones. For you guys that don't know, 23, and has ever since. Say about John Jones all time. I think an unfairly judged MMA community even out and cleared his name and said victim of their attack is so good it can detect smallest pictogram of substances, and that small amount is, but I'm a hard time because of his prep. But Roxanne is a tough, kind of overlooked her a little bit and caught in Zealous and Macy Barber too far ahead. And I know that Macy ACL during the fight. It didn't look like that. Roxanne pretty much like the fight. She controlled her on the ground. Looked good, man. She latest at least 9 months, and so because I know that she is back in the ring and still, I think she can. Too fast and fall. I think this is a good allow her to go back to better and then come back. I can see her fighting for years, when she's a little. But this is take this as a man. A lot of you guys are see Darren Tills and us, Masvidal, and push way too fast, and you run in. Just been around the game and get in there with you, and Arna faced 100 people. And so recovery. Let's see what else. Nick Yusuf looked really, and he's gonna be a problem in the featherweight division. He is good, man. He is seeing more of his. You know, I think that's one of the fights I really want to talk about. The event, fight happened. All the pay-per-view has a great year planned. Aaron with the Not a Casual UFC 246 recap. See you guys back at the chase.